Hey everybody, my name's Scott Graham with CommonGenius. I'm here with the amazing Ryan Holiday.
Thank you.
One of my personal heroes, and I'm kind of fanboying right now. One of the things we'll be talking about over the panel is the idea of tackling hard problems and how that can be the way to success. That can enable you to see the problems ahead of time.
If the problems weren't hard, that would be very bad, right?
Yeah.
Like if they were easy, then they wouldn't be problems to tackle, or there wouldn't be businesses. And even if there were businesses, the businesses wouldn't be worth any money because there'd be no scarcity, right? So I think what I always try to tell myself when something turns out to be harder than I thought is that at the very least, it's not gonna stop me, but it's gonna keep other people out behind me, right?
That's fair, yeah.
And so I think what I try to write about and what I think people have been, smarter people than I have been talking about for a long time is just sort of like, how do we reframe things like that? So how do we take the lens with which we're looking at these problems and maybe see it slightly differently, so then it's either not so intimidating, we don't take it so personally, we see something in it that we can use. And that's, in a weird way, that's really what ancient philosophy was designed to help us do.
How do you kind of link these two together and explain how these are really just entrepreneurs overcoming problems in creative ways?
There's almost no problem that we are facing that other people haven't faced some similar version of before us. And so instead of trying to figure it out on our own, why don't we start with whatever they've learned, right?
Yeah.
There's a line from Bismarck where he says, like any fool can learn by experience. I prefer to learn from the experiences of others. And I think that's really like a central theme in my book. So whether it's marketing, whether it's media, whether it's sort of philosophy or ancient history, I'm just trying to look for people who have just gone through even harder things than what we've gone through, and what have they learned, and what are the principles we take from that. There's always some opportunity in every difficulty, and there's ego and arrogance and hubris are like, the ego is the enemy. These are never good elements to introduce into whatever we're doing. Time is the most valuable resource that we have. And so a lot of people go, I'll figure it out, or I'll do it my way. And they think that that's cheaper because they're not having to spend any money up front. Right. But really what you're losing there is all the dead ends that you ended up following, the mistakes you had to unwind. So I just try, what can I go to in history where someone has solved this, and how can I learn from that? Hi, I'm Ryan, and they're telling me to tell you that I'm a genius.